Now, is the world taking its eye off the ball when it comes to plastic pollution? Understandably, the focus has been on the COVID crisis, which has actually made the problem worse, with billions of masks and items of PPE now to be disposed of. Well, Zach Johnson was prompted to set up a new sustainable menswear business a few years ago after seeing the scourge of plastic pollution in the seas while he was surfing. Well, it will launch its swimwear and sweaterwear ranges in Harrods and Selfridges, no less, this year. And now he has a second business as well that reuses plastic from event venues. Well, Zach Johnson, CEO of Naeco, joins me now. Zach, good to have you on the programme. How on earth do you turn plastic into clothes, which I think is what you're doing for a lot of people with the plastic that's wasted?
We are, yeah. So what you do is you take plastic from the ocean and we recycle that plastic by heating it up, and then we extrude it into pellet, and that pellet's what we use in our fibre. We do that for a number of organisations, but predominantly for Naeco, which is our fashion brand, and that's all from the ocean. But actually, what we've started to do is using post-consumer plastic, so plastic from events, plastic from brands like Moet Hennessy and other venues and events, and that actually gets used before it enters the ocean and the waste stream.
And some companies that host events are getting you to take away all the plastic waste from the events, and they're making it into uniforms for their staff.
They are indeed, yeah. So we're seeing a number of events doing that. We recently worked with the Jockey Club at Cheltenham Gold Cup, which was the last public kind of large-scale event that we saw in March last year. And that was 1 million plastic cups that we used. So that was 6 tons of plastic, which equates to 30,000 metres of fabric and 12,500 garments that were produced from that, which gives a much better lifetime on that fabric. So single use is only single use if you're using it once. Whereas if you're giving it something that's a purpose, it actually lasts a lot longer. We're working with Moet Hennessy as well on an on-trade recycling program where we're recycling from 40 London venues, recycling that waste and turning it into point of sale merchandise and also uniform. But also we're doing other things where we're working with Vertically Co to make the Lord's Bar, which is a fully sustainable and recycled bar, which is probably one of the first of its kind. So that's going to be pretty exciting this summer. And then Incognito Group.
I'm curious about the user experience of wearing clothes made from plastic. Have you been wearing some of your own clothes?
Yeah, of course. Generally don't really wear anything other than my own brand now.
Well, glad to hear it. Well, can I ask you a personal question then? How breathable are a pair of trousers?
Very breathable. So it's the way that we weave the fabrics together and the way that we construct them. So we use recycled PET, so recycled plastic as our polyester, but we also use bamboos and organic cottons in some of our fabrics as well. So in our sweat program, they're a mixture of organic cotton and recycled polyester.
All right, I'll take your word for that one. PPE, a big problem for sustainability. We've gone big into it, obviously, because we've had to. How much thought has gone into how we clean it up?
Yeah, I think it's probably a thing that's going to be, it's a huge problem. And it's one that I think is just the beginning. We're seeing 1.6 billion face masks entering landfill in the UK alone every single month. That if we don't do anything with that in 2 days, that's enough face masks to cover the entirety of London. So doing something about that now and thinking about it will stop that problem in 3 to 5 years. We've actually built a recycling centre where we're able to extrude that plastic and actually sterilise it back into a pellet that we use. We don't use it in our clothing, but we use it in outdoor furniture and other things. But it is fully sustainable, and it's also fully sterilised as well. But it's definitely going to be a problem with this.
Sounds promising. Just a final word from you, Zach, what you're hoping to see in next week's budget?
I'm hoping, it'd be nice to see sustainable brands being championed somewhere. It'd be nice to see the ability to have a little bit of a break as a sustainable brand, and some of those taxations becoming a little bit easier for brands like us. It's hard work in the sustainable space to always meet those budgets. So, yeah, it'd be really interesting to see that.
All right. Well, fascinating to talk to you. Good luck. Thank you.